Hello, ma'am. Welcome back to my channel.
Thank you, Sunita.
And I'm so glad that you are here with me again. And the last time, I would say that was the time that is so memorable to me. I still remember the time, and I keep on mentioning your name in every conversation when people talk about that nervousness, when they talk to some fluent speakers. So I always mention your name that I also had same kind of experience with you. So I will always be indebted to you that you made me or you gave me that opportunity to talk with you. So I'll always be indebted.
It's mutual.
hmm And again, you have given me another opportunity. So I'm looking forward to it. I want to make most out of it.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Okay. So let's first start with how are you doing today?
Great, Sunita. Awesome.
Mm-hmm. That's great. That's great. And ma'am, yes, as I spoke to you that we are going to discuss a topic today. And that
Yes,
topic
yes.
actually arises from my own experience, from my own life, because there is
Okay.
this pen tablet. I have it with me. So every
Mhm.
time I open my Almira, I have this pen tablet in front of me, and it keeps me reminding of that overconsumption, that unnecessary
Okay.
shopping I've been doing. So it's like
Yeah,
it's like telling me that when you're not using me, why did you buy me? So every time
yeah.
I have that. What do we call it? I'm not getting that word. So yes, it reminds me of that. You're buying unnecessary things. So I feel that everyone should be aware of this thing
Yes.
that we have been in this trap for a long time, but we are not able to get out of this vicious cycle. So we need to talk about it so that we could, come to a conclusion and
Yeah.
it could be meaningful or an eye-opening session for people out there, right? So do you have any similar kind of experiences in your life where you're just piling up things and not using it?
Earlier, I used to. Now, I have quite some years now, I have deliberately cut down
hmm
because I have understood this concept of, like enough is enough. So, and I've always been utility based person. If
hmm
something has utility value, then I don't mind spending. If it doesn't have the utility value, I will not spend. Even if it is, the rate isn't too high, still I will not spend on it.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah, that is maybe it comes from, like way back right from my childhood when we
hmm
were, like we were taught that, like there were no pocket money at that time. So we had to earn every, once I started college and then I took tuitions for my, like just to get pocket money. So that made me, realize the value of money right from that time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And,
So,
this
yes,
reminds me of an
yes.
incident. When we were little, our parents didn't used to take us to market actually. So we were not aware of the things that are available in the market. So we were not into shopping at all when we were kids, but our parents used to get things for us. Whatever they were getting for us, we used to wear that, we used to have that, and we were unaware of the world out there, the shopping world out there. So yes,
Correct.
that was a good
Correct.
thing, I must say. But these days my kids insist me to take them along with me to shopping, and then they see things, they insist to buy those things. So this is really
Yeah.
very terrible
And
situation.
And I think it is a way of luring customers today, with the retail market, in
Mhm.
its boom. So their strategy itself is that, like buy two, get one free, buy three, get one free. If you purchase for 700 plus, then you can, buy half that, half the amount, anything that you want. All these, we are unaware that we are pulled into it. We don't realize for a second that this is actually only a marketing gimmick and it is only going to profit them, not us. We think we have done a great job that I went and bought on a sale, this is 3,000, I got it for just 1,500.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's
And
how
I
overspending and overbuying happens,
Uh-huh. And I tell you,
isn't it?
again, I got an incident. We have many experiences around me itself. So I have this auntie, and it seems very funny. It will sound very funny also. Whenever she's in the market and she overheard something that you can get it for just 100 rupees, she will just rush to those vendors or shopkeepers. So this is how she's just piling up all those not
Yeah,
very good quality clothes, but she's just piling and piling and piling and not using it at all.
correct, correct. Correct.
So these marketing
And
gimmicks are on another level.
yes, earlier I used to think that with age this fades out. I used
Mhm.
to think that like when you are young and when you are even till 30s, 40s, you will have this attraction of like buying things or clothes, especially women, clothes, slippers, jewelries, all this, and then it will slowly fade out. But I have seen so many that with who have proved me wrong. Like it doesn't fade out. You have to consciously bring in that decision. A few people are made that way by nature; they are like that. Otherwise, apart from them, most of us, I know, like the buying kind, isn't
Mhm.
it? So
Yes.
then I realized that this is a conscious decision that we need to take. Minimalism, isn't it?
Right, right, right.
Why do we buy, Sunita? Sometimes
Mhm.
I feel that, I have bought 10, tops. Why do I buy? Not for myself. What if somebody tells me that you wore the same thing last time, you are wearing this again? It is for that. Imagine for somebody else's opinion, I am
Mhm.
spending my hard earned money,
Right,
isn't it?
right. To impress
Ah,
others,
ah,
right?
ah.
Or not to
And
look
whether we
inferior.
like it or not, whether we are comfortable or not, like we see somebody else, oh, I saw her wearing this kind of a color or this kind of a dress. Maybe this is the trend now. Okay, let me also buy it. It
Yes,
happens with
it
all of us.
happens. Hmm.
Ah.
And what do you think? Like, why does it happen that we get attracted or we get influenced by all these people, those who are wearing very, just changing clothes in every occasion?
Yeah, it is but natural, human tendency when we look at people, the society, when we look at people, others. So that's how we get influenced.
Hmm.
Unless you have a very strong mind and you have a very strong belief that I will buy only what I want, which is
Hmm.
very rare actually. All of us are
Yes.
not like that. Because if we are like that, then we won't be human beings. Isn't it? So at some
Right.
point of time, we have to consciously bring that in within us. When
Hmm.
we understand that what is this, you were talking about overconsumption, isn't it? That
Right.
we are
But it's very
consuming, be
hard.
it clothes. It's very hard. Be it
Mhm.
clothes, be it anything, fuel, energy, whatever energy, whatever form of overconsumption. That's what
Mhm.
happens.
Right. And when we
And
keep on
yeah,
attending these weddings, kitty parties, and all that, everyone is coming in those vibrant, colorful clothes every time they're putting on new clothes, then we feel very inferior to them, and they also belittle other people, those who are not keeping up to them. So that is why it's
it's
very
only,
difficult.
yeah, yeah. It is only, I think it is only in our mind.
Hmm.
It's all in the mind. If I feel that what if I'm wearing the same tops that I wore last time I spoke to Sunita, if I'm that conscious, then it will not work out. Isn't
Right,
it?
right, exactly.
Because we think that it is in our mind because nobody is bothered about others. We are only bothered about ourselves.
Hmm.
Sometimes we forget, sometimes we remember, but
Hmm.
in general, but that is the perception that last time also I wore this, or like if I buy a tops or if I buy a sari, I should have proper accessories for it to go with it, isn't it?
Right. And now again,
It is required.
I rem-
If your job requires that, then that is different. If you
Mhm.
are in the like in the industry where you need to like film industry, the celebrities, of course you have a image you have to live up to. That is different.
Right, but still, have you noticed Alia Bhatt? She was in news for for a long time when she wore
Yeah.
her reception dress, I think, for
Yes.
an
That
award
she
function,
repeated the
right?
bits. Yeah. 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 Correct.
Right. So people are
Correct.
getting inspired from her also. So these
Yes.
celebrities, well-known people, they can actually change people's mindset
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
overconsumption.
They are
That's a good example.
influencers. We get
Right.
influenced by such people. Yeah.
Right. But there are many influencer, Instagram, Facebook,
Yeah.
internet,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
flooded with influencer. So it's very
Yeah.
difficult again for people to choose wisely who to follow and who not to follow.
Yes. Yes.
And there
Yes.
are many.
That's where
These
your
are few
wisdom comes into
examples.
play. Yeah,
Hmm.
correct. You're right. Yeah. Yeah.
There are very few examples who are following minimalistic lifestyle, but there are many who are just showing different kind of lifestyle, this
Yeah.
luxurious lifestyle, lavish mention and new clothes, and they are getting all those from companies as well to promote their product, but we feel that they actually own it, and if they can own
Yeah.
it, we can also own it,
Yeah.
no
When they
matter
do a paid
how much we are
promotion, we
earning.
think that they are using it, isn't it?
Yes,
When
yes,
they do a
yes.
paid promotion, of any cosmetic items, we think they are using it. So we also end up, if that celebrity is like, no, we like that celebrity, then we also get taken in by that, whatever they are advertising. Is
Right.
it
And that's very wrong. We are just getting trapped into this illusion. And no matter how much we are earning, we are just burning our, pocket to get those products and to live that kind of lifestyle that our
but I think
influencer or that we aspire for.
but I think it is changing now. There is a change that has started. It only needs to pick up momentum. Maybe it
Mhm.
will. It will,
Yes. Yes. And you have
because
to
of
be
social
consistent in
media.
that. And
Yeah.
I feel that when you purchase, like I have this pen tab in front of me and few more products that I just bought recklessly or not using them at all. So every time I notice those products, I feel that I should not buy more unnecessary products. That is a reminder for me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Correct, correct. Because by nature, I am not an impulsive buyer. There are people who are impulsive buyers.
Hmm. Right.
By nature, maybe because I never kept that much of cash in my hand earlier. Now, of course, you don't need cash. You have all kinds of payment platforms.
And I would say there is one thing by which they can avoid this overconsumption is not shopping at night when you're just lying on your bed and you have your phone scrolling products and on just one click you're buying products. So avoid that because that time you're totally free and you are little unconscious as well. So you never know. You'll realize the next day that you've
You
made
get
so many
taken in.
purchases. Yes. So you should definitely avoid that and keep yourself so busy in your life that you don't even get time to scroll your phone, Instagram and these apps. I mean,
Correct,
some
correct,
online apps.
correct, correct. I
So
don't do
that
much
would.
of online purchase. Maybe that is why I don't get taken in. I
Hmm.
do, but not much of online purchase, especially dresses and all. I don't buy online very
Right.
strictly, unless
Hmm.
it is like very, very, very required, something that I require and I can't go out to buy it. Otherwise, I don't.
Mm, that's great. That's great. You could be an inspiration to many people.
So that's because I belong to the generation where, like we were conservative in our, like spending, because we didn't have money, enough money. So now when I have money also, I don't have that thought of, spending it,
Hmm.
because I
Right.
know that I have earned it. And since I was 18, I've been working. So I know that, earning money is how tough it is earning money. Maybe that also is the reason.
Mm-hmm. Right, right. And yesterday only my sister-in-law was going to a fair in nearby village. So she told me that should I also get you something for yourself? And I totally denied that. Please don't get me anything like any sort of things because I don't have place to keep all those things. Actually, I have
Correct.
limited place, so that is why also I am able to avoid this shopping or just getting things in my home. So I don't have
Correct.
place at all. But yes, this is also one of the reasons. So you also have to find out your
Yes.
reasons so that you could avoid and you deliberately have to do it.
Yes. 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 You are right.
Mhm.
Because buying and nowadays what they do is sometimes, very deliberately they have this, all these the dates that they write on the manufacturing dates. They keep the products which are short lived so that you keep buying them again and again and again. This is also one marketing strategy.
Mhm.
So
Right.
what happens is, even if there is some a little bit left, you tend to not use it because you think, oh, it is out of date. What if something happens? So what
Mhm.
happens? You just throw it away and buy another
Another
new one.
one.
So it is also causing wastage.
Yes, and there is this big market for skincare products as well.
Yeah,
There is
yeah,
this basic thing that you have to consume enough water to keep your skin healthy, but we don't do that. Instead, we just keep on buying products, skincare products, and layering up our skin with creams, moisturizers, serums, and there are many things, right?
you can buy, but limited.
Mm-hmm.
Limited, and whatever is required. Again, whatever is required, we can buy. But this is also, I feel sometimes when they say, it is written, the date is written. Sometimes even once the date is over, they again repack it in another attractive container or bottle or whatever and tube,
Mm-hmm.
and they again resell it. That also happens, which we don't know.
Right. It could be
Yeah.
anything. They can do anything for
Yes,
this
yes,
marketing.
yes. Yes, and we think because it is branded, My perception is we think because it is branded, we blindly believe in it, but sometimes it is not so.
Mm-hmm.
We think
Right.
that, like, it's a branded one, so it is a genuine one, but sometimes it is not. Even
Mm-hmm.
their practices are not sometimes, like this. So we have to be very careful.
Right. And there is this another thought that came to my mind that these, companies or in advertisement, they not only sell their products, but they sell complete lifestyle. And people think that it is good to invest in this particular product. But I would say instead of investing in products, you should invest in your mind, soul, body, or, your knowledge. Then only you can make yourself an identity. Like if I would like to give an example here of Aishwarya Rai. From last few occasions, she used to wear clothes that are not up to her standard or that were not looking so good on her. So people were like mocking her that she has changed her designer or something like that. But still, that knowledge, that identity she has created, it is there. People don't look Aishwarya
Yeah,
Rai for her dressing sense, but her identity, her knowledge, we always appreciate that. So we can just overlook whatever she's wearing. So instead
correct.
of investing in products and all these things, invest in your knowledge and
Yeah,
body
yeah.
to keep
That's there.
yourself
That's of
healthy.
course there. Yes, yes. Because all said and done, from inside out, it should be, isn't it? From inside, you should be, beautiful and, isn't it? So
Right.
that you are able to, yeah, yeah. It then what happens is that reflects on your face, and that
Mm-hmm.
reflects outwardly. So yeah, true, true.
Mm.
Yes,
And can
yes.
you relate with this one that when girls say, "I don't have any clothes to wear," although her wardrobe is full of clothes.
Yeah, no, actually, women or girls, we should not read whatever they say as it is. When they say, I don't have clothes, that means I don't have anything new, or I don't have anything that I have not worn before. That's what it means.
Right.
So we have to read
So
in
what
between the lines.
so what
Yeah.
what would you like to say about this thing?
I I see you're asking the very wrong person. Why? Because I am just the opposite of this. I'm not the person who goes out, and even if I go out, I will wear what I like to wear and what I feel confident in. I
Hmm.
don't mind whether somebody else is looking and telling me that, oh, this color doesn't suit you. I don't mind. If I like it and whatever, I see in the mirror, yeah, Sheila, okay, fine. That's it.
Yes, and
I
that's the
never
only way
ask
to get rid
anybody
of
else.
it.
Yes, 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 yes.
Hmm.
And I should feel confident wearing it, the color or whatever, the dress, the color or whatever. So
Hmm.
that's how I choose. Even when I take somebody else with me to shopping, I'll ask them or they will tell me. But I know that in my, within my mind, I would have made up key, I want this color or I want this
Hmm.
type. So that's
Hmm.
what I'll stick to.
Hmm.
And they will try to change my mind, the market, the saleswoman. Ma'am, if you buy this now, if you buy two of this, then you will get a third one for free. I said,
Hmm.
it's all mind game that you're trying to lure me into. I don't want one is enough for me. Next time I'll
Uh-huh.
come and buy another one when you get another set of new arrivals. Why should I?
Hmm.
And all these are ones that I know the surplus. They want to discard it. That's why they are giving a
Right.
discount. We don't realize
Hmm.
that, isn't
Hmm.
it? We
Yes, yes,
just
yes.
dump. And sometimes, it is very scary because so many people wear and see it. You can
Hmm.
go and wear in the trial room. So that also I'm
Yes.
very scared of.
You can get some
Know that,
allergies or some
yeah,
problems.
yeah, yeah. After Corona, all the more. Yeah,
Right, right. So now everybody would be scared of using clothes or
yeah,
trying
yeah.
clothes.
Correct,
Yes,
correct,
yes.
correct.
And there is this another thing among children that they are very much after these brands. They don't want to wear local products, local shoes, but after brands. What do you think? Where do they get this influence from that you look good in branded clothes only?
Again, mass media, peer pressures, peer influence.
Mm-hmm.
Mass media and peer influence, I feel. These two are the, major influencers.
Mm-hmm. And do you think
They,
that
yeah,
parents also has some role in it?
they may have a role in it. Earlier, children were not the decision makers for any products. Nowadays, for every product, children are also, giving in the decision. That is why even the marketings and ads are also, targeting children, because
Mm-hmm.
even what TV is going to come, the child also has a say.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier,
Right.
we didn't know this. We never know whatever our parents used to buy, it was there. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying it is right or wrong because it's a generation, a different generation altogether. But
Mm-hmm.
now, since the children have got equal say, so that is what the marketing people are trying to, like capture on, which is
Right.
sometimes yes, but sometimes no. Also, again,
Mm-hmm.
anything which is like if it is too much of it, then
Mm-hmm.
too much of nectar is also poison. That kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm. Right. We shouldn't get our children into these decisions. They are fine. They should enjoy their childhood, and whatever we are just getting for them,
Yeah,
they should wear
yeah,
it.
yeah,
And
yeah.
there is this another thing that, sometimes parents, what they speak or the words that they are speaking, like they tell their children that I got Puma shoes for you. So this word, this sticks to their mind that I have Puma shoes, I have branded shoes, right? So instead of just saying that, you can simply say I've got a beautiful shoes for you or a nice snuggly shoes for you, like that.
No,
Just
but even if the
Mhm.
parents don't tell, the children know more than the parents nowadays. They will tell us the brand names. Why?
that is so
Because
true.
their classmate or somebody, they have it and they bring it to school. It should be actually, that's what, no, that's where it can be stopped. In
Hmm.
schools, we should have a strict rule that, like you should don't bring any costly things like, even a matter, for that matter, even a pen. When you bring a very costly or a hi-fi pen and you try to show it off to the other children, then the other children, they're children, after all children, isn't it? So they get that in the mind, oh, I do, like I do want to buy this kind of a pen or a pouch or a bag, no, whatever, school bag, whatever. And, something, the snacks items. Here there are schools which are banning snacks item for children, and they have laid down rules saying that only those groundnut burfis and all such kind of things are allowed.
Hmm.
Otherwise, costly sweets and chocolates and cakes are not allowed. Why?
Right.
Because not all can afford it.
Hmm.
When
Right.
some children bring and some are not able to bring, that creates like discrimination in their mind. They
Mm,
feel that like we are lagging behind, they are ahead of us, because children
right.
are not that aware, they are ignorant, isn't it? So
Yes.
they tend to form opinions easily.
Mm. And eventually they'll trouble their parents and they'll get
Ah, yeah.
pressurized to keep
You
up with
won't
those
believe
kids.
my sister's daughter. Her son is just 3 years old. He just
Mhm.
started his preschool, not even school, preschool. He goes to Euro Kids. There, they have never given him sweets or cakes or chocolates or anything. But he's going to school, and the teachers have told them not to bring such kind of snacks. But still, there are parents sending cakes and sweets. So when he comes home, he sees that he comes home and he asks, why are you not keeping these things for me in my snack box? So my sister told that it is not good for health. But if it is not good for health, then how come they are bringing? Their parents are allowing them to bring. See, what can
Right,
you
right.
answer? Uh,
Right. And sometimes they make up stories as well. Maybe the
ah,
kids are not bringing all these things, but they'll come home and make up stories that my friend brought this thing to school. Then you also have to give me. They are fine. Teachers, didn't scold him like
Actually,
that.
my sister's daughter went to the school. When she went to the school, she told the teacher about it. That that now after coming to school, he started like asking for all these things which we don't encourage. Then the teacher said that I can't help it. I've been telling them repeatedly not to send such things. But parents say that it is homemade cake, it is homemade bun, it is homemade thing.
Yes, can't help with that. So,
Can't.
there is this another thing that people are doing, homeschooling. They are homeschooling their kids. So that is also one of the solutions. But yes, when you're
Yeah.
sending them to school, they will get some influence.
But how long can you homeschool them? Isn't it?
Mhm.
Sometime or the other, you have to send them to school, isn't it?
School or in public or
Yeah,
among their
whatever. Yeah,
friends.
yeah, yeah,
Right, right,
yeah.
right. So yes, can't
Not
help with
possible
this matter.
entirely. Yeah, yeah. It's entirely not possible. But I feel that, all these overconsumption, one thing is our mindset. We
Mhm.
can have a mindful mindset while buying these things, isn't it? Like you said, no? Like that way. I also bought a laptop. But of course, it is useful for me. Not that I need a laptop, but since like it was my friend who was disposing that laptop and it was a very good laptop, I knew her personally, so I know that it has not been used much. It's a second hand again, second hand laptop, which I got at a very decent price. Sometimes this also may be a reason. I
Hmm.
wouldn't mind buying a second hand product where my utility value is little low instead of buying a brand new laptop. Maybe I'll end up spending 50, 60 for a brand new laptop. I got it for 15, 20 because it is second hand.
Right. And what do you like to tell to those people who, keeps on telling you you have a lot of money, what will you do with that money? You're not spending it at all. Because I keeps on hearing all these things.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Acha, people telling others that you have a lot of money, what will you
Ah,
do?
where will you take all these money? Why don't you spend?
That is that. But depending again on what to spend on, as you said, isn't it?
Mhm. Right. It better to spend on
Yeah,
some classes, you know.
yeah. Or do some charity, na?
Hmm.
Money, and you have disposable money, then we can always, you know, invest in
Right.
some
Right.
good
It's
charity.
totally your choice.
Yeah, it's totally
Hmm.
choice.
So
Good
better
charity.
not to listen to people, not to impress them. Whatever you would like to do in your life and whatever make you feel content, we can go for that.
See, again, everything comes back to our mindset, isn't it?
Right. And that conscious effort.
If we have a strong mindset, then
Mhm.
like we can overcome all these things.
Yes. So I think we have concluded it also.
Ah, yeah,
Right? Okay. So I think I would have to take a leave now because I have a class right after this,
oh yeah,
and
yeah,
right,
yeah.
and I'm sure you're also busy.
Yes. I too also
Thank.
have a session after this. Yeah, I do have a
So thank
session.
you so much for this precious time, and I would love to
Same
meet
here,
you
same here.
again.
Sure, sure. Bye, Samita. Bye.
Okay.
All
Good
the
day,
best.
ma'am.